Assalamu alaikum guys, how are you? Glad to see you again in the new video here regarding API integration with ZATCA and PHP framework. So I just record this video for give some feedback about what I reached and what I get the result. As you see here, this is my test database. I have two items here. I created actually from my platform here, but I will show you in database. Here is all information what I need. One item is E, tax type is E, the other one is S, which means 15% apply. Here is 0 apply. Okay, so I create two classes, or I can say two pages, one page or one link only to get the invoice ID number, okay, which this one 349, okay, or order ID number or invoice number. It does not matter what number you want to use it as per your database to fetch the invoice information plus items information related to this invoice number. After that, then there is one link. It's to get the XML hash plus QR code plus API code encode, the XML encoded, and all certificate information which I needed for my purpose. After that, after I create the XML, actually to be honest, this is in PHP. I'm not using any libraries, so I don't like much libraries to use it. If I can solve it without libraries, so it's good. So that's why I'm not using libraries. So for that reason, to create the XML file, and especially for simplified, I need to sign it. But for tax invoice, it's easy actually. Don't need to sign because the signature will come from API ZATCA reply. So for simplified only, this is the big process because you need to sign, and you want to sign in PHP. There is several steps to make it, or to make the XML suitable for and approved from ZATCA API. So that's why there is like many steps inside to create XML files for XML hash and plus for XML related to signature. Okay, so after that I create the files, okay, all things, all stuff that I need to start the API integration. There is another page to integrate, to send this XML file to API ZATCA, okay. Okay, so as you see here, I got the reported, which is report, and if I go here, as you see here in this, the compliance result, I make two columns, okay. One column is for compliance result and one column for onboarding result. So if you see is reported, it means this is a simplified, okay. If you see cleared, it means standard, okay. So what I mean about compliance result and onboarding result, if I go there to here in ZATCA API portal for developer portal, what I see here is there is steps for compliance CSID, which I did it, okay, because I create my own CSR. I generate a username and password, okay, which is the reply from here. Then I took it, I did the compliance invoice API. Okay, so username and password, which I get it from compliance CSID, I use it here in the authorize, and the compliance result from compliance invoice here, this is the result reported. Okay, if it's not success, will give you not report. Okay, after that I want to report, which is for simplified. Okay, until now I finished simplified, the hardest part, which is simplified. Now for standard there is another processor, so it's simpler than simplified, but it's another process. So I will make it for another code or another class. So in this page here, as you see here, this is the this is the reporting. What does it mean? So first I need to get my onboarding production CSID, okay, through using my username and password from compliance CSID. But because this is like testing, developing portal, so in ZATCA they don't provide the actual reply for production CSID certificate. So because this is for test, so I already got this result, okay, but if I want to get this one success, I have to use the onboarding reply from here to use it. Sorry, the onboarding reply, let's do one reply. As you see here, I got the reply, I got the username and password, but this username and password, as I said many times, it's not valid. So this is expired. So it's because it's dummy, it's not like for production environment. By the way, if I want, then by the way, if this result is correct on the production environment, so I have to take this username and password secret, okay, the binary token and the secret, and then use it in reporting API and the clearance API. Okay, this is for renewal. If the production onboarding is expired, then you can renew it. By the way, so we'll go to reporting API, and here it's for simplified invoice. Okay, so now this is the authorized. This is the username and password from production environment. I have to use it here, but because this one is expired, so if I use it here, I will get error result. So I have to use this username and password. And if I want to use this username and password, I have to change the VAT number in the supplier VAT number for my invoice to get the success reply. So that is what I did. Okay, so if anyone is like just confused how I get this is reported because I am not in the production environment, so this is just the trick I did. Okay, after that let's try it out, and let's go to just to enable the clearance mode, and I will use there all invoice information. It's just easy, it's just execute. Okay, so I use this username and password, this authentication. Okay, so I use this basic authentication information, and I just use it as a built-in in my code to get the 200 result and reported status. Okay, so because if I use this is the reply from here, I will not get, because as I said, it's expired. So glad that I got result reported for both sides. Now I'm going to check if I changed the order to 1, which means this invoice is a standard invoice. So let's just test. I didn't test it actually. Let's see create first. Okay, now first wait a second, let me just make this one 0 to see if what is the exactly result. Okay, and also this, just for some reasons. Okay, and also this. Don't worry, I will just show you exactly what I did, and if you are interested in this code, so you can contact me. Sure, not for free, but you will get a good discount, by the way. Now let's go there. Let's just initiate this link. Okay, now let's go to database and let's see what the result. Just focus here, please. This is 01, which means tax. Okay, let's see now. As you see here now, all values is filled, which is these values I prefer to keep it in my database. Okay, so I keep the QR base 64 XML hash, the exades. This is my own way, signature. Okay, now invoice type code is not there because it's not generated in this link. It will generate it in another link. As you see here, it's still not reported, and also still not get clearance. Okay, now let's go to the other link, which I create another code. Okay, now this is the result. Now let's see now what I did here. Just focus please. Here 0, I will get a new number. I hope so. Yes, you see here, this is now my invoice API in code. It's cleared, but it's still not cleared from the onboarding process. If I go here and refresh the page, I gotcha. Okay, so now the compliance result is cleared, but the onboarding result is still 0 because I didn't work in these steps. These steps is different approach actually. What I did here, as I told you, is just different than what I'm going to do here. Okay, so this is the first result from simplified invoice. So hope so this video just explain exactly how I got this result. Okay, so until now I have two links. Okay, I have two links. One link for getting the XML, okay, from simplified or tax invoice. This link also is responsible to calculate all KSA standards regarding debit, credit, allowance, not allowance, and all like discount codes, exemption code, exemption reason codes, and all things in the first link will fix all things and update the database. But your database should have all informations about or regarding the invoice. So that is the process what I did. So the client database should be correct, should be match my code to get the same result. So if you want my code, you have to using my code, there is no issue, but you have to modify your database. Okay, or at least make like test database same as mine. I will include in the file, and you can upload it in your code and test it, and then after that it's easy to understand the code, and every variable inside the code it matches with my database value as well. So this is the process for the second file. Okay, second file, it does not affect on the database too much, and except only the updated for the API in code plus the result from API. Hope this video is beneficial for you, and thank you for viewing.